Alright, so these have been tumbling for a week now, and I'm going to empty them out and see if I can find enough rock to start a stage 2 batch in these tumblers here, and then I'll put it on the front. And I've got tons of rock to go in to stage 1, so no issue there. I can fill these barrels back up again with fresh rock and continue on. And I'm getting quite a pile in the back there, but a lot of it's not as shiny and polished as I'd like it. I have to sort through it and find the ones that don't have any blemishes in them and then redo them at a stage 5. And I just got this stage 5 grit, 12,000 grit, and it seems to work really well, but I'm finding that I'm mixing my rocks with broken ones, and the broken ones are most likely causing damage, or I don't know if I can find one, but when I emptied the barrel out, I found a bunch that were broken and possibly causing scratches. So I'm going to have to redo most of these. But I'm getting there. Rock polishing is a thing of patience, and I've been at it for 2 years. And this is my collection so far. Okay, let's empty these out and see what's inside. Not even close. But that's all right. Look at that. Not ready. What is that? Tremolite. Very few are ready for step 2. Very few. That one's weird. Whew. Okay. The new lower tone 12-pound barrel. difficult to get open one-handed. That doesn't look good at all. See all that crap down on the bottom? So it wasn't mixed very well, but we'll see. Look at that big piece of Amazonite. It's a big piece of peristerite from Norland. This stuff isn't even near ready, but so that's what I got out of the 12-pound Lortone and my PVC barrel, which I believe is maybe 6 pounds. So we're looking at 18 to 20 pounds of rock tumbled. That's stage one, but the majority of it's going back in. So if there's one thing that I've learnt about tumbling rocks is that you need patience. And I've been at this for approximately 2 years now. And I'm learning that you need to make sure your rocks are completely polished with no crevices, no sharp edges before moving on to step two. And I haven't been doing that. So I have a whole basement full of polished rocks, but they won't hold a shine. And I think the majority of the reason why that is because I haven't been sorting my rocks. See, there's one there. You can see this in here that if I put that in a polish, it's going to be abrasive to the other rocks. The same with something like that. That's a nice piece. I might actually be able to move that on to step two. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sort everything here. The majority of it's going back into step one. But I may find the odd one that I could move on to step two, like this one, this piece of graphic granite, and that's a pretty nice piece, and I can move that on to step two. So I'm going to put that in there, and we'll sort through all this stuff. And I'm really excited to see this thing polished up. It was polishing for 5 days, and I hardly put a dent in that. So we'll put them back in the big bucket to be polished. That's an iffy one. No. And then if this breaks apart in stage 3 or 4, it'll ruin the whole patch. So that's a nice rock, but it's going back in at stage 1. I think I'll put that in as well. That I have no idea what that is. I'll put it in. That is stuff from Highway 7 near Marmara. And I think we can move some of that. Maybe not that one. Or that one. Look at all this sharp stuff here. Not even close. Look at this Amazonite. Look at how green that is. Green, blue, turquoise. It's not turquoise. It's ocean. Crystal Lake. I can tell you where most of this stuff comes from. Again, Crystal Lake, graphic granite. That one, I think I'm going to move that on to step 2. Nope. This is definitely going to step 2. It's got a little bit here, and a little bit here, but this is soft. This is a soft rock. Look at that peristerite. Oh. You dry it off, you can't see it. It still needs more step 1. Amazonite, I got grass all over my rocks. Nope. Look at that. That's going to step 2. That's orange calcite, which is soft, so I'm going to put it to step 2. Alright, so I'm just going to continue sorting all this stuff, and I'll get back to you when I'm done. Step 2. So out of everything that I got out of these 2 big barrels, this is all I got that's ready for step 2. The rest of it's all going back in at step 1, and actually that right there, that is not ready for step 2. You could see how it's broken there, and that'll cause a lot of scratches. Step 2 is not a disaster, but if I put that in step 3 or step 4, you'll never get shiny rocks. We'll put it in there. Alright. So I will get these back on the tumbler, and I will add a few more rough rocks. I have tons of rough rocks for step 1, so I will continue on and share with you the results in a week. That's a lot of rock. And that's with the lower tone motor. I just took it out of the lower tone tumbler and put a couple pulleys on it. And there we go. Multiple barrels. Sorry, that's not a... That's from the legal. That motor is from the legal harbor front tumbler, not the lower tone. This guy. I took the motor out of there.